good evening everybody, live here from the arena at Potter's Resort for the Just 2020 World Indoor Bowls Championship. And coming up tonight, it is Jason Greenslade, world number 15, against Greg Harlow, world number 2. And your officials are Francis Fletcher as a marker, umpire Dan Blewett, and shot clock Mike Davis. And of course, Jason Greenslade, Greg Harlow, looking for a place in the quarter-final. It's going to be a cracking match, should be full of surprises, and I hand you over to the floor now to Jack Jenkins for the opening.
Yes, hello to all of you at home. We've got a fantastic crowd in here in the International Arena at Potter's Resort for this, the Just 2020 World Indoor Bowls Championships. Without further ado, let's welcome out the players. First up, he has 3 World Bowls Tour titles to his name. A former Scottish Open, Welsh Open, and World Pairs Champion. Please welcome out the Welsh international, Jason Greenslade. His opponent tonight has 10 World Bowls Tours titles to his name. He is a former World Indoor Singles Champion and current World Indoor Pairs Champion. Please welcome out the world number 2, Greg Harlow. I'll now hand you back up to the commentary box.
Having their evening meal, so there might be a little bit of disturbance just at the start of the match. That's quite often the case, but they'll settle down very quickly. So the players just taking their time as the audience come in. 2 sets of 9 ends, 3 on tiebreak as usual at this stage. Second round, last of the second round matches. Guys have had half an hour before this match to practice, which is actually a good time in many ways because it gives you a good solid half hour before. It's a bad time in terms of just the movement in the crowd as they come and go. You have to really go for Greg, and from the point of view of just the sheer volume of matches that he plays on the rink. But Jason's very unpredictable.
One red.
Yeah, I mean, Greg's been playing some great bowls, obviously, so far this fortnight, winning the men's pairs, the open pairs, and runner-up in the mixed. So he's had plenty of time on the portable rink and played really well. But with Jason, quality player, they say he's won WT events, but you're never quite sure what shot he's going to play sometimes. He does like to go early.
Just the one. 1 green.
It's just the one the first end. If this position
inches past
presents
jack
itself
high.
later, Jason will almost certainly go for it. Maybe just a little bit early for this. Let's try and draw the ball off if he can.
Just needs to hold on a touch. He might be unlucky here. Just through the port.
Well, he might be tempted this time.
I think he might be. Top edge or inside edge of the shot green could get the pair away.
Well, that's very conservative. Well, it's maybe to do with the first end, but chance to spring the jack across, of course.
It's giving it a great option here, Jace.
He's dipping
Needs
away
to
though.
grab it solid.
Yeah, he was just dipping away a little bit early. Still, fine. No, it's one
One
shot,
green.
but that's going to be very hard to add another.
Last bowl, 5-inch gap.
And how close is the jack to my bowl, please?
There's a 1-inch gap, and your bowl is 2 inches past jack high.
Well, he's coming down, and to be truthful with you, he's got his ball in his hand. He may not even bother, and that's probably why. He's looking at it and thinking, no, this head's just not worth it. Yep, he's going to take the one.
1 shot, Greg Harlow.
Expected.
Zero one, first end. Jack length 26.5 metres.
$18 inches past jack high.
So both players here have dropped into a good early weight. Especially Jason. He's looking, always looks for a good start, Jason. This is a sign that the right one's turned up tonight. So he can be a very dangerous player.
Yes, he's got a good running ball, as Jason, but he's unpredictable when he uses it. Certainly his tactics are unpredictable. It's not just his tactics and singles, it's unpredictable when he skips as well. Very talented player. Very close with this one. Got it. Front toucher, played it perfectly. Dropped the ball, and the ditch stays there. I have to repeat that. I appreciate that it's repetitive, but it's important to explain it for our non-bowling viewers. Where he's standing here, looks like he might be having a little pop at this, but he's sticking to the draw. I thought he would have played this on the backhand because a little touch on the green ball was enough.
Yeah, not quite sure what Jason's played. I think he's gone for the spot.
Well, that's where the unpredictability comes in, isn't it? You know, he's thinking, well, if I cover one side, it means that I can hit it. But unfortunately, his shot to the spot hasn't been very successful.
So Greg's certainly going to be going there now. Just looking to split the 3 reds.
This needs to stop. Well, that's good enough on the ball. Probably gives him the respot position, although it's close. I wouldn't be at all surprised now if he plays the backhand. Just try and tap the ball if he can. If he's going quicker, he's no idea where it's going to go. That's a definite inside line, this one. No, it's gone now. You can just see it bending early. Weight was lovely for the
One
job.
shot, Greg Harlow.
Set score 0-2 after 2 ends. Jack length 27 metres.
Very good. It's widened the target. And well, we see that Jason, that we know, attacking this.
Yeah, Greg certainly continued after the way he's playing in the pairs. The open pairs final leading for Greg. Leading for Nicky, sorry. Well, that's more like Jason. I think he's under this though.
By some distance as well.
We'll probably run for the respot straight away.
Well, there's an expectation that he will adjust. Jack certainly looks like it's going to go off onto the respot on the right-hand side. Left-hand side as we watch it, but it's the right-hand side for the players. That's good enough at the moment.
He's going again.
Well, that looks narrow. Well, more weight that time. Greg might as well pop another one back, because if that goes off, he'll want to pick up a double.
Might cover the other respot this time, just in case Jason gets a little flick of the jack.
Don't think so.
Be interesting to see if he goes again. He could play controlled weight to try and get into the two.
He's going, I think.
Certainly better.
Is he getting the pair, or has he got his own?
Wow. He nearly got a very good result out of that. Just going to lose to one
shot,
though.
Greg Harlow.
3 singles. Greg Harlow 3-0 after 3 ends. Greg continues to put the pressure on.
0-3 after 3 ends.
And forcing Jason to be playing those sort of weight shots on a continual basis. It'll be very, very difficult to get your draw weight.
Jack length 26.5 metres.
My ball, please, Francis.
20 inches short of jack high.
And that's what happens, you know, if you're going to be driving all the time. Draw weight suffers a little bit. First ball, you know, a good metre behind. It's not desperate by any means, but it's nowhere near where he wants it. This means the next ball he's going to be facing 2 shots against.
Certainly good adjustment from Jason.
That's good stuff.
1 green.
Gap between the jack and the red one, please.
Jack and the red ball, 4.5 inches.
Well, Jason looking down onto the green ball. He's just struggling to get back. Must have a little bit of extra weight. Yes, he has. He's also playing a very narrow bias ball.
Yeah, his line was really good. He was just over the pace really for what he was looking. Greg will just be looking for a small adjustment to sit off the red. If he does get to it with 18 inches of pace as well, he could turn it away and bring the front two.
Well, it's a wing ball now, so that might just change Jason onto the other side. Personal choice. He's got both are available. Yeah, it's going to backhand. More chance of getting these straighter line balls back into centre rink with a little bit of weight.
He's interested.
It's all about connections now. You don't want the jack. Oh, it's dropped away. Unlucky.
One shot,
Really
Greg
good ball.
Harlow.
Good end.
Set score 0-4 after 4 ends. Track length 26 metres.
Just over 3 feet.
He's not taking that opportunity, is he, whenever Greg's dropping with his first ball?
So far, if Greg has missed, he's found it with his second.
Three feet.
Still plenty of room for Jason. Certainly on a good road, Jace. A lot better here.
22 inches short of jack high.
She's just drifting off the centre line, though. It's not covering up the jack enough. You'd be happy to have a ball that close, but you know, even if it was twice the distance away, up in front, it'd be a more valuable ball. He's got a chance to build on it this time.
Bit of a grimace there on delivery. I think he was too keen on that.
Didn't push it, I think. He's got that sort of delivery where it almost hesitates before he gets the ball away. He's got that extra push. Wraps his hand around the ball, so it's not very traditional. And there's not an awful lot is about Jason when it comes to this game. He plays quite a unique game. It's been very conservative in this match so far. That's what makes him interesting.
Let him off here as well.
He has. He's not reaching either. Greg, that's not like you, because normally you would expect him to, if he has two pops at it in particular. Any trail of the jack was good. He was on an inside line. I just wonder, Rob, we've heard people say, players, certainly you've been talking to him, I have, that the inside line can be a little bit heavier sometimes. I mean, because it's not used as much.
This is a must for Jason, really. Won't get many free opportunities like this. Looks pretty good.
Needs to run. I think he's struggling.
One shot, Jason Greenslade.
Well, that was a really good opportunity to get a double when you're 4-0
Set
behind.
score 1-4 after 5 ends. Length 29.5 metres.
So maximum length, not unusual for Jason Greenslade. That's one of his favourite jack distances. Things aren't going well for Jason. He will automatically go into full length, which suits his straighter running bowls.
Great opener from Jason as well. Need to do.
Starting to come together a little bit for
Two
Jason.
red.
Yeah,
12
so he's
inch
on his
gap.
preferred length now. It's slightly more suited for his bowls at the moment. It's longer length. Jason looking for another repeat of his last deliveries here. Just to put Greg under a little bit of pressure.
Still 2.
My last bowl, please.
14 inches past jack high.
Greg's certainly on a better road this time. Just needs to get the inside of the bowl.
Well, it's probably in for second.
1 red.
Yeah. Still plenty of time on the 30-second shot clock for Jason to get the ball away. It was really introduced to try and make sure the games continue at a reasonable pace. There's timeouts which allow for an extra 30 seconds. Gives you a minute then. Well, that's close for 2.
2 red.
No, I just wonder will Greg be tempted here. Although it's not looking right, it doesn't look great to run into it. Position's not good. Might go conservative and just try and draw this.
Down over to the backhand again this time. Probably just looking for a cold draw.
He's got a bit of work to do on the pace.
Two shots, Jason Greenslade.
Set score 3-4 after 6 ends. Track length 28 metres.
Jason Greenslade overcame Brendan Egan from Australia, and another overseas player was up against Greg Harlow. Blake Nairn, very entertaining Blake Nairn. He lost the first set 12-0. Recovered in the second a little bit, lost at 11-5, but the crowd really did enjoy him. He was playing the big drives and entertaining the crowd. No, just sneaking in front. Well, he's dropped away, but that doesn't really matter too much. I don't think that would be close enough to win this end. Looks like the number 1 shot.
All about Jason's pace here. Line looks good.
That'll do. But again, he's still just coming away from the glove. He doesn't seem to be able to get centre rink in front of the jack. Well, the balls aren't drifting that much, but I think he's a little bit afraid to push them out.
Greg's trying to win here. Great bolt. He's chasing a chance just to make sure.
Yes, he can run down at this if he wants. Doesn't matter what weight he wants to use. But as I say, he has been quite conservative in this match so far.
Just making sure on that inside line. Just needs to run.
I'm not sure if he's going to make it. Should have been reaching through that. There was absolutely nothing to be afraid of. Very close to this. Yep, that'll do for the double.
Two shots, Greg Harlow.
Set score 3-6 after 7 ends.
Big change of length from Greg this time. Let's get them up
24.5 metres.
Well, Jason's going to have to score this end. Can't go into the last end, needing 4. Or Greg, if he gets a 2, it's the end of the set. It's been a very steady set. There's been surprisingly few weight shots played.
There's not many heads have built up for that sort of shot available. There's been a couple for Jason he could have gone at.
2 feet.
Just sticking with the draw at the moment.
Julie Forrest so successful today in the ladies match play. Played very, very well. Very much able to enjoy it as well because of the way the second set sort of ran away with it. And it's great when you can enjoy that and keep the pressure on when you're playing so well, Rob.
Yeah, so second set she was really good.
Greg has 4 timeouts.
A fantastic game. And so certainly deserved the title. She's been really good over the 3 games she's played. So that's back-to-back titles now for Judy as well.
Yes, it's a different sort of tournament. It's a limited field, 3 matches, but you know you're going to be playing tough ones when the likes of Ali Marion are in there. Alison Marion, who Julie played in the semi-final, last year's runner-up.
One green.
Jason's tempted here, I think.
First proper drive. Close to something. That's cleared everything out. The right thing to do, because he needs to score this end. He's very much aware of that. I'll come up and have a look at it, but he's looking to see the back position. Well, it's all red.
Red.
And red lies the shot, so what do? You have to draw it. I don't think there's any choice. Take a risk.
Yeah, just as close as he can, really.
Yes, he'll want to try and cover the jack if he possibly can by getting centre rink, because one shot, well, it more or less guarantees the set. But if the jack's left open, then well, Jason's just going to run the jack through and get 3 or 4. This is an interesting difficulty, this one.
Yeah. So dead centre, just in 18 inches in front's probably pretty good.
Well, he's got no choice. He has to go for it. Make sure he gets the shot. Now, this will be interesting to see what Jason does, because he could pluck the ball out, get the shot. But
Greg
if he
has
gets
3
the
timeouts
jack,
remaining.
he's got all back position.
I think he's got to go for it, to be fair.
Yeah, I
Timeout
think
call.
he has to. He has to. Any connection on the jack will more or less be good enough. You know, it's just no back position whatsoever.
Greg's been a little bit clever leaving Jason's bowl exposed. So if he does miss on the inside, he can take his own out.
Yeah, it'd be a forehand though. It'd be very hard to take his own right in the forehand, I think. So if he gets inside the green bowl, he's got a chance of the jack or the bowl itself. Oh dear, miss it on the inside. That's the side you just couldn't afford to miss it on.
One, Jason.
Just a 1.
One shot, Greg Harlow.
Oh, big chance that for Jason.
That was a
Set
bad
score
miss.
3-7 after 8 ends.
Jason has 4 timeouts remaining.
It's probably going to cost him the set, I would think. Hasn't really had a sniff of 4 shots in this match so far, except for that last bowl, because if he'd have got the jack, well, but you know, it had to be at least a jack, you know, on the jack at the very least.
Certainly bowl minimum, wasn't it? Even if he'd edged the bowl away.
Jack length 25 metres.
You know, you just couldn't afford to go tight there.
Tactics has started from Jason already. He's just drawn right to the ditch.
Yeah, he's done this before, playing 3 balls to the edge of the ditch and then trying to run the jack through. It's a tactic I've seen with him. It's most unusual.
It's probably your best chance of getting a 4, though, to be honest. So Greg will completely leave the jack alone and follow Jason.
Well, he's certainly going deep, but Jason looks to get 4 balls very, very close to the ditch. That's the way he operates with this. It's a clever tactic. It may not work, but to be truthful with you, picking up a 4 on normal play, oh, it's tough. So we'll see if this one beats the green and stays on. That's the important bit.
He's good.
Yep, he is good. He's putting them together. He's playing what's a grouping shot, which is trying to get 3 grouped together and then drag the jack back with the last ball position all in his favour.
Looking for a couple of yards in his last. Just trying to split the 2 reds would be perfect. Still don't think he's quite pushed this.
Nope, still available.
Wow.
You can decide whether to go with the 3rd or the 4th. He goes with the 3rd, and if he misses it,
I think he's playing it.
yep, it's all over.
Oh.
No, he's still looking for that position.
Has he pushed it?
Oh, he has. I think it's past the green ones.
Just about.
He's coming into his own 2 red balls.
Oh.
Well, that's good bowling. That's good, clever bowling, because he's putting a question into Greg Harlow's mind that this end isn't over. Greg wants to get into, if he gets into the middle of the red balls, well, that's it, virtually over. Better with this. Well, it's possible.
I don't think he can now. I think that's it. 'Cause he's got to get the jack to stop before the ditch and get his bowl to run.
He does.
So.
Got more or less kills it off. It is possible, but most unlikely. I think he'll just try and run it and hope that he can get a connection on something on the way through and take the green ball off.
Jason has 3 timeouts remaining.
You have to love the way he plays the game, though, don't you? It's very challenging at times to get you to think like the way he thinks.
Yeah, but it's a great tactic, really. There's not many people would think of doing something like that.
Yeah, well, as I say, I've seen it before with him. It's very clever. Oh, he's trying to drag it with controlled weight. I'm not even sure if he's got enough weight for that. Oh, I'd love to have seen him make connection with the jack. I really would. Just out of curiosity. Not
3 shots in the first set, Greg Harlow.
But just out of curiosity to see where the jack would go. That was clever stuff, though. Big crowd here, as always. Bit unfair that score 10-3. It's really because Jason was, well, chasing it in the last end. There's no point in losing the set by
29.5 metres.
1 shot just to make it look good. There's no bearing whatsoever.
Jason just needs to string a few ends together at the start of this set, just to get himself going properly. So he wasn't bad in the first set, but Greg certainly edged it and deserved to come away with the first one.
Two and a half inches short of Jack high.
Two great opening bowls. Jason will be probably pressing up to this with a little bit of pace.
Just not reaching to get back off the ball. Still good stuff. Looks like a fairly old set of balls that Jason's using. I think that model's really been that popular over the years.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the set he won the Scottish with quite a few years ago now.
One green.
His old reliables that he comes out with still now and again.
Yes, well the rink was playing a lot faster. It was playing, you know, minimum 18. Some people thought it got to 19 that year, seconds, and that means it's very, very fast and very swingy.
Great effort from Jason. That's really good.
Yeah, that's good gripping, it really is. Might offer up a
One
chance
green.
in the forehand with the next ball. Hard enough for Greg to do much about this. Might have to take a risk on drawing in. Well, two balls to the back. Jason doesn't want the jack to go through, but there is a little shot in the forehand, but he has to get his own front ball. Gets the other one, he could be in trouble.
Yeah, he might just try and find the inside line down the backhand still.
Yeah, little punch on it.
Little straightener off his front red's perfect.
Timeout
He
call.
has to take a timeout. He must. There's plenty of them.
Yeah, I think he almost forgot actually.
I think he probably did, because normally he's better than that about working it out. But he needs a few seconds on the mat, Jason. He was down to 4 seconds, and I'm
Jason
thinking
has two
this isn't
timeouts
going to
remaining.
work.
Just don't think there's a good angle off the forehand.
Well, if he gets on to his closest ball and hits the jack's coming out, and he's probably going to be 2 down unless the ball goes with it. Backhand certainly looks more attractive. Quite often you just roll the ball for a couple of meters and or he just kicks it on the running surface. That'll struggle with his ball. Yeah, with that model, as soon as you go out there with a little bit of weight, you're never going to get back in time. Does eventually. But you're well past the target by the time it comes in.
One shot, Greg Harlow.
Well, good balls there from Jason Greenslade, but he still loses a
0-1
single.
first end. Jack length 24 metres.
Yep. There we go. First time. Bang. Ball gone. Typical Jason.
Yeah. He will go first bowl quite often. It can upset a lot of players, but Greg's not really one that will get fazed by it.
It'll not bother him. He'll be quite happy because the other side of that story is that Jason's losing his draw weight. He'll be quite happy if Jason drives with every ball. Oh, he's just put it back. He's on the forehand, he's driving. Yeah, looks like he's going again. Jack this time. Yep, that'll go into the respot position. That should open things up a bit. Red ball stays where it is. It's a toucher, it's live in the ditch. That's an indication there. You just see a little red mark above the ball. There's one red in there. Balls in the mat have to be removed to the other side now because they can offer up just a little bit of the jack going out there and hitting them and coming back in again. So lots of reasons for it. We also provide a little sightline guide too. Oh, this is going to be close to the edge. It'll get sucked in here.
Losing this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he gets sucked in there, and we've seen this before. Second time, a little wave up there. Yep.
Must be something to do with staff members here.
Yeah, I think so. It's happened earlier, so if you think about it, Mark Royal did it as well, but it cost him the set. And Greg will not worry too much about it. He's still got another bowl, so it's not going to hurt him too much. This one's safe enough.
Good start from Jace there.
It'll be interesting to see if Greg actually plays the backhand here and plays across it, because plenty of room. Well, he's going for the forehand again. He'll be right on the front inside edge of the mat, yeah, with his right foot. The lead foot's fine, can be off the mat. There you go. Trying to artificially hold it up, and this is very close here.
Just
very
up,
close.
Just up.
Yeah, that was all. The line was absolutely right. Jason's got a chance to make this double. This is where his straighter line bowls work for him.
I think that's why he's gone with these, to be honest, because he knows Greg's done a short with the mat back. So if he does get the respots, it's advantage to Jason, really. Certainly on a good road again.
That's worked out very well for Jason.
2 shots, Jason Greenslade.
I think he probably has to do that to try and shake Greg. You know, he needs to get that jack all the way back.
Set scored 2-1.
This will more than
after
likely
2
be a long jack length as well, probably close to 29, if not beyond a full head.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
Yeah, it's going for the maximum.
That's a great opener from Jason here. So with the bowls both players have chosen, it was certainly going to be a match of two different lengths.
Yep. Yeah, when you've got a straight line ball, you'd go long, slightly swing your ball, and you're more than happy to play short jack lengths. It's not, well, Greg's ball, like I said, it's not an over swingy ball, but certainly wider than Jason's. Personal choice. They can make up their own mind. It doesn't really matter what model they use, as long as they're comfortable with it.
Oh, it's good again. He can just get past his own.
On the shot bowl,
Yes, please.
1 inch.
Is it live?
Yes, it is.
Jason going for cover here. Thinking Greg will probably run with his next.
Yep. Good deep ball coming in. Yes, he's just looking to try and get into the balls, just to move them if he can. He's got a green ball waiting. If he misses, he comes into a good position. That's exactly what's happened. That's a useful ball. Gives him something to work with the next time. And Jason's got a back one. He might be. Jason might just go for another shot here.
I think I'll be tempted down the forehand.
Red.
Just try and get inside the green. And if he does slip past, it's finishing well anyway. Almost a shot to nothing.
Well, that's wide for his ball. Surprised of this. He has one around there.
I mean, Greg, if he gets the absolute perfect connection, could get both bowls and no jack movement.
Or the jack back to his green one for two. It's forced him into playing the hard weight, though.
He's two down anyway, so I think he'll be going quicker at this. Worst case, if the jack goes all the way back, he's still two. I think he'll be going firm, trying to get both bowls with no jack for a count of 3 or 4.
Well, it's still very controlled. Much closer this time, but he needs to run. Or will it hold or get an edge? Through the gap. I think that was nice weight
Two
to play
shots,
it, and he didn't
Jason
miss it by
Greenslade.
much. It was lovely weight to play.
Set score 4-1 after 3 ends. Jack length 29.5 metres.
So Jason's firmly got himself back into this match in this second set. With a couple of doubles on the last two ends.
That's what he can't do, though. Can't lose the first ball. Needs that close. Greg will walk in and take this. Thank you very much. Well, he's not particularly close. A metre away. He'd have been hoping for a lot better than that.
Certainly good height for Jason's here. Certainly looks better. It's just how good now.
I'll be happy with that. I just wonder sometimes, Rob, does the rink start to change round about this time of the evening?
Yeah, certainly evenings are a little bit slower.
It's about 8:30. It's quite likely to happen. He wasn't that far away, but turned his back on it. At least it's in a useful place.
Something looks a bit wrong with this one from Jason. I think he's left it again. Might just squeeze up for second, which he has.
Two red.
Again in the receiving position.
Yeah, but he'll be going back, playing his last bowl. Should be 3 down.
Backhand still open for the trail. Jason, well, he could play the forehand. Yes, he's looking at the forehand. Try and go for cover if he can. Score at the same time.
He cleared his red, he's pretty good. Lands the green, he's played it well.
That's a good ball. That's a very good ball. Could be another shot as well. Clever shot.
Favour 3.
Well, what do you think? Will Greg try and run this, or will he play the conservative draw? Nope, he's going for the runner.
Looks inside.
Goodness me, that looks tight. Wow. Well, they'll be looking at the third shot. That was a long way away, Rob.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unusual for Greg to be that far away with a runner.
Yep, exactly. Taking out it that close is probably worth a measure.
He's conceded the third.
Yep.
3 shots. Jason Greenslade.
Long jack length, working
Set
for
score
Jason.
7-1 after 4 ends. Jack length 29.5 metres.
Greg's just dropped off a little bit of pace here at the moment. Just
this one just needs to reach. Yeah, struggling for it. Well, that's a chance now. Really needed to keep the pressure on the second ball.
Two red.
Missed the chance. Well, he didn't close the head down, Rob, so you would expect Greg to draw at this one. There's too many chances.
just needs to hang on, get past.
Well, he had the weight, just didn't make it on the line. Still maybe 2 red, but well,
Mason should be probably turning over now.
well, he really should turn over because you don't want to touch that ball, but sticking with the backhand. Surprised. The forehand offered a good opportunity there, touched the red ball and was going right onto the jack. But he's confident enough if he has the weight that he'll get back.
He's played it well.
Yeah,
Played it really
he has.
well.
Yeah, very well.
Might be unlucky there, still probably only 2.
Still only 2. He's moved the jack. Unlucky, but a safer 2.
Two red.
That's a big bowl here from Greg.
Timeout called. Greg has 2 timeouts remaining.
He needs green bowl solid.
Oh, and the run through. Well, it was a little touch in the jack, so he might still. Well, yep, probably just one.
One shot, Jason Greenslade.
Good end back by Jason. He played good balls that end and forcing Greg into the running ball.
Set score 8-1 after 5 ends.
Second set slipping away from Greg here at the moment. We'll certainly have to win all the remaining ends and with multiple counts as well.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
Last bowl, 2 inches short of jack high.
Oh, dropping under.
Greg's just scratching about for a consistent pace at the moment. Probably Green's lost probably a yard of pace or something like that out there. He just hasn't quite caught it in this second set.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Normally round about that sort of 8:15, 8:30 time, it has a tendency to change a little bit. Heard it from other players in the evening games. Can work for you and against you. It all depends on how things are going. This is going deep. Not sure if it was meant to, but it is.
Might see a little bit of a forehand run here from Greg.
Yep, 2 balls could go. Well, he's after them. Oh, does he get? Oh my goodness, he's missed that.
He got a bonus and got the back one.
Yes, he has, and he stayed on. So Jason's going to have to go deep. No choice, and he's taking a risk because the 2 balls could disappear, but I don't think he's got any choice. Jack in the ditch is 3 against. So we'll see how well he can cover things with this before Greg attempts the jack into the ditch for 3. He's just trying to cover the green balls. He's played it pretty well now. That's good.
Both bowls are still worth 3. It's probably gone a bit too far, really, for what he wanted.
He really wanted to split the. He wanted to split things, but at the same time, he had to be right back. And so 2 balls to the target.
This is a Greg sort of shot, bringing himself back into the game here.
Yep, very much so.
In the area. Got them both.
That's the advantage of going for that now. That red ball on the side stays on. It hasn't gone off.
3 shots, Greg Harlow.
Yeah, it's no guarantee, but the angles were good. I think it wasn't quite the way he probably thought he was going to get them.
So Greg doesn't miss many forehand runners.
Well,
Set score
not twice
8-4
anyway.
after 6 ends.
As you say, it was very much his type of shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, big treble there from Greg, brings him right back into this.
Well, that can change everything because the mat will be maybe up a metre or so, but the jack will certainly be a lot shorter.
Jack length 25.5 metres.
Your bowl now, 20-inch gap.
Greg going early.
He's
Very
got,
close.
Yeah, he's got the edge. A little bit of what Jason was doing earlier.
Yeah, it's almost 3 tie-break ends for Greg.
Last bowl, 9 inches.
Oh, that's a nice little flat we've got off the front bowl there, Greg.
1 green.
Way up, a little wave. We're on the big screen. Yeah, sometimes you get a little touch like that. It's a real bonus.
This is a shock.
Wow. Oh, and he took it out clean as a whistle. And he did it underneath. Well, I'm not sure how many players would have even played that on the forehand.
Probably not many, but what a shot from Jace there.
No guarantee he was going to come off that and miss his own bowl.
That's a must-draw shot here from Greg now.
Well, he's down on a tight line.
He's looking for a little run to sit the red bowl away.
He's looking for his own bowl now because he's under it. Yeah. Interesting tactical game, no doubt about that. It's opened up in the second set a bit more.
Jason can almost close the set out here. I don't think he's...
Oh, he had to give it a chance. Surely he has to give it a
pretty
chance.
good.
Yep, he has.
2 shots, Jason Greenslade.
Set score 10-4 after
All the
7
signs
ends.
of a 3-end tiebreak to come. Boys are just discussing. We side bet on who's going to win this night.
Chat length 28 metres.
.28 metres. Jason's been aiming more for the 29.5, and he's made a mistake here. Front bowls like that, well, they can hurt you later on. Trying to drive your way out of trouble.
Good out there for Greg here. Certainly needed that one. Couple of trebles needed. In for 2, Greg here.
I really think Jason's made a mistake, to be honest with you, with the jack.
I think the jack's just looking out there. I think he might be tempted at this.
Oh, can't. He has to draw,
I
surely.
think he'll be tempted at this. He knows if he gets the jack, it's pretty much set over. But he doesn't want to get the flick off his red and give Greg 4 or 5 foot.
He can't do that. He must draw. Yeah, I mean, he's drawing. It's the thought of losing a 3, no, an easy 3 or 4 is just madness. But he has to reach. Must give it a chance. He wasn't far away.
Last
touch of his
bowl.
own ball might have been enough.
18 inches short of jack high.
He'll probably stick down
It
the backhand.
is, yes.
He'll be able to get a counter round Jason's last.
He can. Yep, absolutely. He's played 2 good balls already. Add another, put the pressure on.
Yeah, she'll certainly put the pressure on Jason if he gets this one in.
Just shows what the difference is if you make a mistake on the
Missed.
jack length.
Hasn't pushed it.
Oh dear, Greg. That was a chance. Still there for a 3, and a 3 is helpful.
2 green.
But I think Jason will just try and draw this again. And
Yeah, Jason knows that's a letter for him. Wouldn't surprise me now. Jason went down and drew this.
he's toiling for weight. Well, I'm amazed at that, because to be truthful with you, there was absolutely no reason why he shouldn't have been reaching. Putting himself in trouble by playing that sort of shot.
Greg staying down the backhand. Oh, he's going to get past Jason's. Just needs to hang on a touch. He hasn't.
2 missed
Two
chances.
shots.
That could easily have
Greg
been a
Harlow.
4, and that would have brought Greg right back into it. As it is, it's a 2, and that's a bit of a let-off.
Set score 10-6 after 8 ends.
There's a big let off for Jason there. 4 short bowls. Greg put his first 2 right on top. He'll be disappointed only pulling the 2.
Jack length 26 metres.
Jason should be drawing this, but you never know with Jason. Yeah. Just a backhand draw to start with. Pretty good opener from Jason there.
Well, you know what Jason's like.
Yeah, it's
2 green.
Will he go for one of these bowls? Because if he does and gets it off, that's the end of the set.
if he goes now, he's committed for all the rest of the bowls, the rest end, and he's going.
Yeah.
Going down the forehand quick.
Well, He doesn't want the gap.
Got it.
Holes and gaps. Well, this could go all pear-shaped.
As Nicky Brett says, he's got the Watford.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Greg has to pop another one in, and if he fills that gap, it doesn't matter. He just has to play it. He's got no choice. Every ball has to count now.
Needs to run a touch.
Yeah, I think he's okay. Ooh, is
Two
he?
green.
No, that changes things. If it's only 2. What Jason would be asking. No, happy enough not to. Back to the draw again on the backhand this time. Doesn't want to hit that short green one though. I would knock it in for the 3.
So he could be close to it.
Oh, he's very close to it.
I think he has.
Oh, that's a silly ball. Oh, he was lucky. He was lucky. That was a shocking ball.
Two green.
I'd have turned it down. It would have been 3 green and a draw for 4.
13-inch
what
gap.
are you doing?
And mine that's not counting in front.
16.
You know, Greg will be trying to get into his own ball and run through here to make the 4.
Yeah, top edge of the green and run off the red would be perfect for him.
Yep. Well, I think he's got away with it. Jason. That was a madness shot.
2 shots. Greg Harlow, second set. Jason Greenslade. Match tiebreak.
Anyway, there we go. We move on. Jason never ceases to entertain. I do love it when he does this.
Greg won
I
the
really
toss
do.
and has given the jack to Jason on the first end.
Well, Greg has won the very important toss of the coin. The only thing is, with this particular match, it's been a game of 2 different jack lengths, so Jason will be looking for the full 29.5 if he can make it. He was in trouble the last time because it was short, so he must get the jack right up.
Yeah, obviously the game changes slightly now. It's not about shots where you're just drawing in. There's a lot more conversion shots and runners played now.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
We know what Greg's like with those. He's one of the best in the business.
I'm sure Jason's family will be watching Holly and Ruth, and I have to say, like, he's so entertaining. He
Length
really
29.5
is.
metres.
I love commentating on his matches because you're just not quite sure what's going to happen. And that's what makes him entertaining.
He played some great bowls in that second set though, so he fully deserved it. Played a pretty good opener. Maybe run a touch.
Not bad. You don't want to be jack high in the first opening ball.
14
Greg,
inches
'cause you
short
would run
of
it.
jack high.
Oh, he's just got under it, Greg. Great pace. This
One green.
might tempt Jason. There's one thing we'll certainly see a few runners. I should imagine this tie break. There's the first one.
Oh, he's not stalking it.
Depends what contact he gets off his own.
No, he's wide. Well, that's opened it up a bit. That'll make it interesting on the full length.
Probably advantage Jason, to be fair.
From the position, I can understand why you're saying that, Rob, but Greg has got 3 bowls.
It's about 3 inches outside the spot.
That's That's just a bit hairy. Yeah.
The inside.
Has to go across the rink. He just can't afford to lose balls in the side ditch.
He's not bad.
Yeah. It's the right way to play it for his ball. But there's still room, and Jason can play either side. It really doesn't matter to him with his straight line balls. Not quite sure how well he got that one away.
His line's good.
It's more the weight I was thinking of. But
Don't think he's bad.
Yep, he's pretty good. The ball's going to make it past the green. Needs
Really
to
good.
stop. Oh, jack high. No. Will Greg run it?
I don't know how quick he'll go. He might just press up enough to sit the bowl, grab the
Yep.
jack, or even turn his front green.
Yep, space for that. Oh, he's on the forehand. That's interesting. Yeah, he's going for the runner. That's why. Certainly wasn't going to try and draw it. Struggling to get back. It's holding off. I thought he was going to play that. He would play it the other side. Chatting away to himself there.
Yeah, I thought he might have just made sure down the inside line. A slight adjustment from Jason here, and he could put Greg in all sorts of trouble.
No, is this trucking through too much?
Just up, I think.
Oh, that is leaving a chance. If that's... It's not beating the front
One
one.
red.
And that's an error. Greg will go for the ball now.
Still going down the forehand by the looks of it.
Well, this is a lot tighter.
Depends what he close to the jack. Oh, he's binned it.
Oh, he has. Absolutely perfect. He must have been able to see full jack from the mat. So against the balls, he's managed to get the end, and that puts him in the driving seat.
First end, Greg Harlow.
Absolutely middled it. As if he had a half that off the rink, it would have been on the respot and it would have been red. Brave shot.
I think Greg's going to come up a bit here.
Yeah, I think he has to, because he'll play that shot again if Jason gets close.
Within a metre of the, couple of metres of the minimum.
Yep, up
Chat
to the
length
tee.
24.5 metres.
24.5 meters exactly.
Decent opener from Greg on this length. So he's up to drastic change from what the last few ends have been.
Well, that was a massive pickup of the jack, because it's even if Jason wins this, and he's still got the last ball here, that's well under. That's not going to do anything. It's not even going to be valuable because it's also short and tight.
My ball, please.
Your bowl is 7 inches past jack high.
Greg gets this one close, Jason will certainly be going with his next. And he's not far.
Yes, he looks
That's
a little,
how he grabs it.
Yeah, he's on the inside. Well, yeah, that's close, but still available.
Yeah, Jason's going at this. I mean, his first bowls wins the respot if he does get the kill.
It's going to be very hard to take the jack clean and follow it, though. Oh, he's drawing. Jason.
It's not far off his first bowl.
Yeah, that's... Oh, dear me. Well, at least there's value in this one because it's going to the respot.
2 green.
But it wasn't even reaching.
I think Greg's want to get to the respot now.
Oh, I don't know, Jace. You know, you can see by the look on his face, and he's not quite sure himself, but just not like him, that's all.
Timeout called. Greg has 2 timeouts remaining.
It's a match lie against. The least you can do is reach the head, just in case.
Yeah, I think Greg's sort of be turning over now, forehand. Just get past the red and try and win the spot. So with the mat well up, he'll be okay, line-wise.
He's not getting the respot, I don't think. That's what he was aiming for, but it's a back bowl. He has to go for this jack, surely. The angle's maybe just a little bit low on the jack high bowl to get the 2 of them.
Even if he gets rid of the shot bowl, it'll give him 18 inches, 20 inches to draw the shot with his next.
Yep.
Depending on what Craig does.
He has
2
to hit
greens.
this.
His first 2 almost like he's in 2 minds what to play.
More positive this time. Last couple of bowls have been really nothing bowls. So.
Big down the forehand.
Hurry! Hurry! Nice and full! Nice and full, jump!
Oh yes, Andy's in with it. I didn't think he could actually force it through into the ditch and follow through. He got the jack and then pushed the green ball out of the way. It's beatable, but it's going to be tough enough.
It's not going to be easy to beat that.
1 red.
If I had been a foot away, I would have been with you on that. But I think 2 feet away, it's doable.
He's just got to try and miss his front bowls, though. That's the issue he's going to have. Great effort.
He's very close.
Oh, he's drawn it. What a bowl.
Yeah. That's what I said, you know, because it was 2 feet away, it was very doable to beat it. And, you know, at this level, that's what the expectations are. And Jason would have been thinking this is a great chance to have won the second end. Now he's forced
timeout called.
Match against him again.
Jason has 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, he was just missing the front green. Bowl from Greg. The distance wasn't a problem. No. It was just the run round.
Well,
so
he can go as hard as he wishes.
So it'll be a forehand drive again from Jason.
Oh, that's pressure.
Stay in the tournament for Jason.
Oh, he's not shouting.
Got it, I think.
Yeah, he's got it perfect. What a good ball. He's so good at that forehand runner.
Second end, Jason
He didn't even
Greenslade.
flick it. He banged it right in the middle. I was just waiting for the call because he normally starts to call it. Greg wants the last ball, as expected, and this should be a full head for Jason. Entertaining stuff.
Yeah, tiebreak always was going to be with these 2 players. So neither afraid to play a runner. And both really accurate with the last bowls.
Track length
Looks like
29.5
rule change
metres.
as well for the third tiebreak. Both players can nominate to kill the end as many times as they like, but can kill it only once. That obviously adds a little bit more interest. And quite often players forget to as well during match situations.
Yep. I think he's got his back into this one. Just the way his reaction was, he knew that was not right. If you've got the first ball, you really have to get very close indeed. Make it work for you.
Greg's on a great road. All about pace here from Greg. Looking pretty good.
One of the best first balls he's played at this track length. Good time to do it.
Gap is 8 inches.
Staying with the backhand draw to start with. Not much of an adjustment needed.
That's the danger. Don't try and adjust too much because you don't want to drop short. Still want to have the running ball available to you. This looks like it's a bit heavier actually. Well, he's dropped off his own ball, but it's not close enough. That ball's hanging a little bit.
Yeah, Green might say just slowing down a little bit, not reacting quite as much as earlier. So Greg with a wider swinging bowl just gets a bit more reaction. If he eases a touch here, is really good. Really good.
Forehand running ball.
Yeah. Be interesting if he nominates.
I think he should.
Nominate to kill the end.
Yes, he's nominated to kill the end. Jack goes off. It's the only time you can do it in the third end of the tiebreak. You can nominate as often as you want. But if it goes into the ditch, it stays live, off the rink. Well, we play it again. Oh, we didn't get that away, did he?
Close.
No, it didn't. It always looked on the inside to me. He started calling it early as well. And
tough one for Greg here, because I think he's got a draw in again, to be fair, because Jason could get the 2 bowls. That's the problem. He doesn't want to make it wider.
yeah, I think I'd play a yard down in front of it, to be truthful with you.
Timeout called. Greg has 1 timeout remaining.
Greg could put a ball there. That's going to make it very, very difficult to get at the jack without playing in a different way. You have to force him into playing controlled weight.
Looking to drop just inside the red. Doesn't want to finish jack high. Jason plays the same bowl. He's pretty much getting that.
Jason is nominated
Same
to kill
ball,
the
he
end
could
with
get
this
all
bowl.
3. But it's pressure again. Last ball, once again, match against him. 1 ball away from going out of the championships.
It's certainly wider. He's got the jack. Where it goes now.
Oh, has he gone into the ditch? Oh,
Yeah,
it's off.
out.
Oh, didn't he play it well? Take the balls back. Goodness me, what a pressure ball. And played it very well. Yep, there it goes. And it just rolled across.
Just.
It was because of the low angle that it was going at. Normally it would grip in the ditch. But it was just the low angle that it went in at, just run across a little bit.
So that's Jason's killed end.
Yep.
He can't do it anymore, but Greg has still has the option if needed.
So we play the end over again. Doesn't happen very often, but oh, there's John Price and Mark Royal. Pricey's in the building.
Rambo has arrived.
He has. Yes. My old mate has arrived.
Track length 29.5
Buddy
metres.
from many years of travelling around the world, playing against each other and commentating. Going long again, even though Greg played 3 really good balls.
Jason's better with this.
Well, that's a much better start. He doesn't want to drop jack high though.
Oh, will he go first time?
Well, I think he probably will.
2 inches past jack high.
Yeah, bowler jack. Has to go bowler jack.
He's lining up on the backhand.
Yep.
Don't know. He might be drawing this. Yeah, I think he's drawing this.
Yep.
Put something close to start with.
Yeah, he normally swings the arm a bit more when he's going to drive.
As it's just past, he can still draw the shot off as well.
He's a very attacking player, Greg, and that's why I thought he might go for it, but he's making sure he's behind the jack so that he doesn't block his way in.
Jason probably looking for a bowl just inside the last green. Doesn't want to be framing it.
And he's going to cross, and he's not going to block it either. Still there. Not sure about a short bowl at this stage. Greg can play this on the forehand as well.
Yeah, I think he's tempted now. This will be the runner.
And you don't want Greg Harlow to be playing the forehand runner against you because it's a high percentage of hits.
And results, generally.
Yep, both.
He's in the area. Needs to slip the front red.
Got a result though. Oh, bowl onto bowl. He's opened it up. He was going away very quickly on that, but it turned out to be a pretty good result actually, because he could easily have split off the bowl. I thought I heard Jason say hurry.
Just calling it up a
Yep,
touch.
he's not up.
2 red.
Yeah, it's 2 red, but there's enough room to draw it. I think he'll be trying to draw this on the, well, either side doesn't really matter. Whatever he feels more comfortable on.
His preference has been the backhand. Beating the wing red, he's not going to be far away from winning it. Swapping over to the 4 on the open side.
Well, he's going again. More control this time, so it's a wider angle. Not getting back.
Little bit of a surprise, that.
He'll not miss with the next one.
Oh, he's committed now.
Remember the first tight end, he missed with the first bowl on the runner, and then the next one was bang on target. 2 bowls once again could go out. He's done that before too. I think he has to go deep here. Now, Jason, have you got enough weight to carry it through?
Yeah,
I'm not sure if he has.
I think he's going to be the deepest.
No,
Not overly deep, but it's certainly the...
Well, it's a useful ball. It's not on the edge of the ditch by any means, but He's more or less saying to Greg, you get the jack, you get the jack.
Greg is nominated to kill the end with this bowl.
Yep, Greg can also do that, of course.
Surprised he went with his last, to be fair. They ran about 18 to draw it.
Yeah, I thought he could have drawn it, to be truthful with you, but this will be much tighter because he adjusted the last time and got the jack absolutely clean.
Let's wait. I think he's under.
Oh, he's missed it. Wow.
Third end and the match, Jason Greenslade.
Didn't expect that. Thought he would have been in there. Jason Greenslade does what he does best. Clings on, comes back strong. Got the dead end, and all of a sudden, Rob, it changes.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, Jason played really well second set and deserved it. Greg just went off slightly with his draw shots.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
so when it went to the
give both
tiebreak,
players a huge round
with these
of
two
applause.
players that attack so much, it's anybody. And Jason got over it.
Well, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. That's the match. Everybody's now ready for the quarterfinals tomorrow. And so coming up tomorrow, quarterfinal 1, 10 o'clock in the morning, Stuart Anderson against Robert Paxton. 1 p.m. will be Les Gillett, David Gawley, MBE. And just after that, Mark Royal versus Nicky Pratt. And at 7:30 in the evening, Mark Dawes versus Greg Harlow. So it's quarterfinals day tomorrow. Make sure you're there from 10 o'clock in the morning. Thanks for watching today, and it's bye-bye from us.